Hello everyone, this is the Mad Salvi letting you know that unless things are proven with Twitter posts and stuff like that and have actual proof behind it, treat everything in this thing as a theory. I will try to mark certain things as news and theory and everything like that to kind of let you guys understand, but also, you know, use a critical mind. And I hope you do enjoy. This is a confirmation that EN is probably going to stay for a little while longer. I always have the belief that it's probably going to be somewhere in either the fall or all the way until 2025 when things get merged. If they get merged, who knows how things will be in the future. They may just leave it as a kind of dead branch and just leave it being the way that it is, collecting the money separately, so it still looks good and it still looks like they are doing something in the foreign market for their investors. Now, right here, they're saying kind of a shame she's still going to be part of this black company. Curry is my favorite dish. Can't wait to feed you some of it. Come here and say, reservations for ON Cafe are now open. And this ON Cafe, it looks like it's a collaboration cafe. So at the very least, they're still giving Elira collaboration cafes. Again, she seems to be one of the favorites, so this is not necessarily anything positive or negative on the EN side. It just is what it is. EN is dying, but it's not like they're going to just shut the entire branch down in a month. That would be a massive admittance to any colors are their incompetence. It's probably just going to be everyone pretending everything is still the same while they graduate one by one. That's also another possibility. Remember, Mista wanted to graduate early in 2023, was held back half a year by the various sponsorships and other obligations. So it could be that a lot of people are in the queue, but Elira is getting all this benefits because she's, you know, favorites. And she might even be in the queue herself, but she still has a lot of things that she has to do. So we don't know 100%. Looking down on Elira, but she's famous in Taiwan, or is this event going to be held right after Lucas Taiwan Collab 2? From Taiwan, I can tell you that Elira is not popular. It's Hololive that's popular. So yeah, it's a lot of things that could be happening. Tweets like these are massive indicators. These are Skinwalker tweets. So this might not align with what Elira thinks or might be happening behind the scenes. So it could very well be a Skinwalker thing as well. A bit of a pattern is emerging, with Rosemi first removing the Nijisanji EN section. The one that has other livers, other VTubers of Nijisanji EN. That section has been removed. And we have now Marionette supposedly removing the same thing, or at least appearing to remove the same thing. That is concerning for, I guess, Nijisanji people, because it's like, why are they doing this? No one knows exactly why they're doing this, but it may be that they were told by management to do that to prevent supposed haters from going and harassing other livers or unsubscribing to other livers, as I've seen other people do. Maria had Iluna on her channel but removed the section between April 8th and May 11th. According to the Wayback Machine, it happened somewhere between April and May. Just want to be clear, that's not serious with this comment, but can't link Niji if there ain't any GN anymore. One of these things I've noticed is that she's been doing more her own stuff, in particular doing the chibi dance shorts. While it's typical for her to do that kind of content, feels like it's increased of late. Makes me wonder if management is letting them do their own thing. Basically, management may have given up on the Niji EN side and been like, we're not doing anything there. We're not going to be supporting you anyways. So go and do your own thing if you want. Would assume the same reason that Rosemi also removed other livers, since some people were using them to unsubscribe to them quickly. Although this is just an unconfirmed rat. Like, that's just a rumor. That's just a theory that I had myself. Niji is selling them the models right now. Like I said, I did one time, twice as a coincidence, third time's a pattern. Yeah, weird stuff's going on. Who knows exactly why they're doing this, but only time will tell. This is looking at more schizo posts of why Niji and talents won't be graduated in the near month. This is what people think on a Russian area of the internet. They're saying one big problem with the hate towards Niji is that this hate makes it more difficult to graduate. I think it's the other way around. If they hate Nijisanji as the organization, as I tend to dislike Nijisanji as an organization, I don't dislike the livers. Most of the people that I know don't dislike the livers either. So they would actually get things like what Michimochievee is getting, what other people are getting, you know, Mista, who left as well, Nina, who's now in her Roach Mom phase, Doki Bird, everybody who's left, they will get lots of love if they aren't people who have created chaos themselves. Regardless of what talent is and how hatefulness applies to them, there'll be such incredible pressure on them if they graduate that no one wants to go through it, according to this person. Any newsman, drama tuber won't miss a chance to create dozens of clips in which they will parse every word, God forbid the talent somehow mentions a former job. If they are negative talents, then yes, there's an issue. They're positive talents, like I said, you know, Made Mint, Doki Bird, Michimochievee, K9 Kuro, all those, they got positivity afterwards because they weren't throwing negative things. Not talking about the whole anti-Niji crowd in general, which a huge number of schizos The only way for such a graduate is to leave stage for at best 6 months so that notice everything completely subsides. I think better to hit the iron while it's hot and actually get things moving, because if a lot of people will support the VTuber once they're out of Nijisanji if they were a good VTuber. Longer Niji exists, the more hatred of this thread, less chance the adequate talent will go to graduate talent voluntarily because of the haters. I think it's the other way around, honestly. That's the way I'm thinking. I think it's the other way around. This person is probably a Nijisanji enjoyer, which is fine. You enjoy yourself, but don't speak for everyone else, of course. Just my opinion on this case as well. Foreshadowing is a narrative device which a storyteller gives an audience advance hint of what's to come later in the story. What are they talking about? They're talking about this. It's basically Shuu is saying, I want to know more about Nijisanji EN. You there? We will be doing a radio show with Meloco to talk about various topics related to EN for Japanese speakers. Since Meloco is a person that speaks, that's pretty much a Nijisanji JP, someone who would have been a part of the Virtual Talents Academy, or VTA. They would have been a part of that, and it would have been various topics, you know, basically she kind of skipped past the line to get into EN because that was the easiest way for her to get in. That's what a lot of people say, at least. Whether it was or wasn't, people are interested in her enough right now, and she's doing enough good things right now that she has a good audience behind her. Name is Nichi EN Radio. We're talking about things with Mr. Meloco. It's Mr. Mrs. It gets weird with machine translations like Google. They get the gendering of the actual part wrong. Looking for questions for the first radio show, please use this hashtag to let us know if you have any questions. EN Koko Kikinaru HEN. We're looking forward to your questions. So that's what they're doing right now. Isn't this something that they should have already done back when the branch first started? The fact that they're doing this now feels kind of weird. Feels kind of like a last-ditch effort to try to get something going, most likely. Of course, they're probably doing this now because Meloco has a ton of JP viewers, but still, quite insane how much Niji GTA has boosted her current viewership. From about the 10 to 20k total views that most Nijisanji talents have average as of late, with the occasional 100k plus for ASMR streams, to 100 to 200k plus total views for all but that one stream in the last 2 weeks. Not even Pizza Family collabs boosted her that much. And the source is this Twitter post right here, of course, which is, when you take a look at it being translated, it says the same thing. What would you like to know about EN? It's just basically, it's a machine translation. Would have loved to see the reverse of this last year when an EN member would have introduced JP members to the EN audience. Kind of like how Hololive does that, where they have the EN group collab with JP a lot. They have them collab when they can with JP, and if they have to, they have a translator happen in the middle to facilitate things. Like when Gura and Pecora were doing their collab about the Dodger Stadium thing, they had someone in the middle who was a translator to be able to interpret everything and be able to actually chat with each one to get, you know, the ideas going through. But they won't do that because that costs too much money. So we have, right here, a person asking, why do people only care about the VTuber and not the voice actor? We all know Kizuna Ai has presumably come back to streaming. Presumably. Probably the new voice actress, because remember, the old voice actress actually retired. We have one of the original VTubers, if not the original VTuber, at least the original big VTuber. I think there were probably other ones that were smaller, but the original big VTuber, yes. Now reading into a Reddit post about her return upon this comment, you're treating the VTuber as if they were a person. Now here's the difference. There is a person behind the VTuber. You can treat them as a person behind the VTuber. The entity itself as a person that has its own agency and everything like that. That can lead to some very, 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 very super duper duper parasocial people that want to, like, I don't know, sniff their hair or something like that. They can lead to that kind of stuff, which isn't the best, of course. But really don't agree with that person's opinion, mostly because VTubers are part of oneself. Sure, they're digital avatars, but continue to swap recently, pretty easily, but they're still part of you being at the end of the day. People grow attached to that VTuber, and there basically becomes an internet personality, which is difficult to change or erase entirely. I kind of see it as a similar concept to Persona games, with the whole individual system as adaptation to, or manner assumed in dealing with the world, most likely saying some random psychosocial, psychosophical BS. But yeah, people associate the voice and personality of the VTuber with the model and its branding of the VTuber, less so with the person behind it. Very true. It's all about the voice and the visuals that you give. The person behind it, a lot of people really don't care, unless you're into like the very, very parasocial ones that want to like date the VTuber, want the VTuber to be their girlfriend, that type of thing. Then you run into very parasocial things, which change things up entirely. I don't see this happening. If anything, I always find people chasing after the person regardless of the avatar, unless you're a needy sister, of course. Person talking about the entire VTuber genre, it's just his personal view. If he's specifically talking about Kizuna Ai, still his personal view, but here's some context. When Kizuna Ai appeared in the industry was not decided how to treat the relationship between the characters and the actors. Kizuna Ai's management considered it as an extension of the character and voice actor, with the latter being replaceable. Yeah, they're one of the few people who feel that the voice actor is replaceable. I don't really feel that. I feel the voice actor is very well tied to the VTuber, to the persona of the VTuber. So I don't think this works very well. And we saw with the way that it was treated when Kizuna Ai's character left, when the main person left, less people are interested in it because that's the person that they're attached to. So it's kind of changing a lot recently from what I'm seeing. Big, huge, whatever you want to call it, things happening on the Kizuna Ai front, which is not unexpected because, as we know, Kizuna Ai is humongous. It's huge. She's done a lot of wonderful things for the VTuber community. She has been integral to the VTuber community growing. And right now, they're having the mother of all VTubers maybe returning. So Kizuna Ai, about a year or so ago, went into hibernation, went into sleep, whatever you want to call it. And now she may be returning because they've been doing this for the last 3 or 4 hours or so on the Ai channel. She sleeps when Nijisanji EN rise, and she returned when Nijisanji EN collapse. What I mean by this? Indeed it is. Wondering what was going to be reported here. It's huge. What's going to happen next, I wonder. No one really knows. Again, Cognition. Maybe that's their new group. Maybe that's a new stage, a new different phase that they're going through. Maybe it's just a new name for what Ai is doing. And she said it's all named under sheep. 30 minutes of looping video, kind of creepy, not gonna lie. Do AI dream of electric sheep? I remember reading somewhere that the voice actress retired and the company was closing. I'm wrong. That's what supposedly was happening. But maybe she's returning. Who knows? Noted Kizuna Ai producer on X, Cognition. To greet the dawn of a new adventures, restful sleep is essential. Memories are sorted and the body prepares to reboot. So she's going through defragmentation and she's going into booting, her new booting phase. I'm guessing it's going to be a reboot, quite literally and figuratively, of Ai, it looks like. Something is happening, guys. The channel is empty for videos and archived live streams. So the only live stream that's going on is what's currently there. They have privated most likely everything else. They are not the type of people to delete things, but they probably privated it. It's members only videos or archive streams are still there though. Gaming channel seems to be untouched at the moment. Major Kizuna Ai fan. I watched her content from the beginning to the last live. Crossing my fingers that for someone good, I'm keeping my hopes up at a minimum. Kizuna Ai is tagging it, so it's not likely a malicious actor situation unless someone got both accounts. Yeah, no. It is most likely something positive happening with Kizuna Ai. We have Michimochievee says Twitter antis and potentially NDF went after Michi for Pride tweet. Apologies, made the wrong tag was used. X-Liver news. Seems like Twitter antis tried to S on Michi for her Pride Month thing recently. NDF are such hypocrites and Twitter clowns that they'd probably ignore the number of current and former members who support LGBT as a means of getting back at X-Livers. Yes, there are a lot of people who support LGBT in regards to Nijisanji, in regards to the X-Livers. People are, of course, being dumb and trying to cancel Michimochievee for what she did. I think it's cultural differences because some ID, anything related to that is considered taboo. Of course, in Indonesia, in some places in Indonesia, from what I've been told from fans, that some places in Indonesia, that kind of stuff is illegal. You can get like flogged for that or in jail for that. It's kind of crazy. And in some cases, death sentence for that, which is crazy. I do feel like at least for the situation, wouldn't boil down to the NDF being the problem here. It was more of an issue with the usual Twitter incels being awful when it comes to the LGBTQ+, and a portion of ID fans not wanting to be accepting when it also comes down to the cultural thing. So it's a little bit of both, but let's see what she had to say.
You know how back then I like to joke about like, haha, you cancel me, Lamau, like, you know, recently I've actually been
this is already making me nervous, okay?
Wait, actually, on Twitter, I decided to post a picture of my shelf with like the LGBT flag in the background, right? And whoopsie.
That was a whoopsie, I guess, for her.
The pride thing. I thought I would be like more into it, you know what I mean? But like low key though. I think it did get to me a little bit. I was like,
well, I mean, I know this stuff gets to you. I mean, I'm not mad at you. You're not quite there yet. Some of this stuff does still bother you. You'll get there eventually, I believe. Hold on a second, though. Real quick. If the Twitter incels happen to be here right now, Lamau, just that's all I gotta say. Lamau.
This is why I was scared.
Wow.
I was like,
That is all.
because they're saying saying that like I'm gearing the narrative to being like I'm forcing someone saying
First
the
of all,
right
what
opinion.
narrative? First of all, what narrative? You're just being you, the same person you've been as long as I've known you.
Exactly.
I've never, I like for real. I saw that you posted that, and I'll be real. When I saw you posted it, I kind of there was a sigh because I knew that Twitter incels were gonna have to
Attack.
do their thing.
Yeah, they always
because,
attack.
Oh my God, Magerd, she put up the flag, Magerd, because that's all. Listen. Real talk. If the funny anime girl putting up the little flag thing to say she's officially bi or whatever, right? If that is what sends you, bro, you got to reevaluate your life.
First of all, I thought it's obvious. You know, I never really hid it. You know, I'm not over here just making jokes about having crushes on a girl as a joke. Like, I've told you guys stories even in length about how I have crushes on women before. It's never been about, I made a tweet about it. It's never been about like, oh, because of past jobs. It's not that. It's genuinely just because, you know, it's not illegal here, so it was a bit dangerous at that time.
It's dangerous. Yes, exactly. It's dangerous. So she has to be very careful, which I'm glad that she was careful, and I'm glad that she is doing well, and I'm glad she has a lot of friends that support her. I love that for Michimochievee. And good news on the independent VTuber note, Shadow, who had been gone for a while for a mental health hiatus, for taking a break for their mental health, since I think it was like April that they had done it, is now going to be back on the 13th of July, which is this month coming up, in 2024. And this is her return video that she has here. Saturday, July 13th, she's going to be back. She's going to be doing it, and of course, she's showing her, oh my goodness, very, very Eldritch Horror. Who's that? A new beginning? Interesting. Is she gonna be re-debuting as a whole different VTuber design? Yeah, it looks like she's doing a new design. This is interesting. I am liking this. I'm really liking this. 10 a.m. Pacific time. Yeah, that little bunny form. It looks very nice. Vivi says, welcome back, Shondo. I got excited reposting this. Somehow I almost texted the tweet to my mom. Yeah, I'm so excited. Everyone's happy. Yeah, she's back. Can't wait to catch this live. Welcome back. Ines, girl, I thought for a second I saw myself. I'm so glad you're coming back. Welcome back, Shondo. We missed you. Of course, everyone missed him. Everyone missed Shondo. Very glad they're coming back. Very happy. And of course, gonna take a look at the stream. On to more HoloLive things. Someone actually signing their merch. Preposterous. Calliope is doing, Mori Calliope is signing her own merch. She's doing her own thing. She has made her own signature, which is easy to do, which is great. I'm pretty sure she had someone help her with the signature and figuring out how to do it. Calligraphy people are really good at that. Like if you want to do signatures, you can get calligraphy people to help you figure out what signature you want, and then you do them all yourself. And she actually signs it, which is, of course, a thing, a knock at, a little bit of a meme knock at Luca Kaneshiro. We have here a meme about HoloLive Defense Forces being polar opposite of Needy Sisters. Leave the cute virtual idols alone. They're all basement dwellers, according to this person. It's kind of a funny thing, and it's all because of Suisei. And Suisei is like, shut up, I can take care of myself. He's just concerned you get too close to the axe. Suisei stands be like, yeah, they're more concerned about you getting hurt by Suisei instead of you hurting Suisei, because Suisei is a Suisopath. And yeah, you don't want to deal with the Suisopath. Moving into a bit of news in regards to cover and the things that they do with their stock. Someone's looking at the stock analysis. Time Bank Shokin is one of the people who did it. I think this post here, it's very interesting stock analysis of cover. While it's in Japanese, it's easy to understand, translated through Google. The summary translation of this person, thank goodness for summary translations, says explanation of the reasons for Cover Corporation's stock price decline and future outlook. Reasons for the decline in Cover Corporation's stock price are primarily external factors. Therefore, if the company's business growth remains unchanged, it is reasonable to expect the stock price will eventually return to its original levels. So what they're saying here is there's no risk of things going deep dive, like deep down, because nothing necessarily inside of cover is going wrong. It's just external things like Nijisanji and other forces are causing it to happen. The weaker yen, things like that. At the very least, expect that the stock price will recover to 2,500 yen. Considering business forecasts until the fiscal year ending in March 2026, it's also possible the stock price will recover to 3,000 yen, possibly. Furthermore, given the growth of VTuber market, there appears to be potential for the stock price to multiply several times over. While there may be fluctuations due to overheated credit trading, it is expected that the stock price will rise in the medium to long term, which is good. Any color in the Nikkei have done a double whammy on cover. though cover is more likely to bounce back better since they are tapping the international market better, which makes investors very, very happy. Cover has other assets and not tied to the stock market. Even if stocks plummet, it doesn't hurt cover too much and still recover from any losses. Basically, the issues that Nijisanji is so big in Japan and being one of the big players in the industry, every time they F up, every time they go down, it knocks down cover with them. That's the issue that happens. And of course, I'm hope the best for all agencies because their VTubers are the ones that end up suffering. Right now, going over some news in regards to things that are going on in the small VTuber sphere. Let's take a look. We have Taiga, who recently has gotten their the silver play button. They recently got it. They got it 17 hours ago. Taiga plus Holic for passing 100,000 subscribers. So they did the hard work and they actually showed up and says, why can't I have anything that makes me happy in my life? I got this. This is all I have. It's going to throw up. Why are they going to throw up? Because Taiga was removed from YouTube. Why? Why was it removed from YouTube? That's my question. Wasn't following our policy on nudity and sexual content to protect the community. If you think we made the wrong call, we're happy to take another look. Begin your review and see more info to start your appeal. Good thing for you, degeneracy can only lead to one outcome, and you're closer on there than you think. Oh god, this person's actually doing things negatively. Fix this. They need to review this. What is going on? Did they do a lot of ASMRs? I don't know what their channel had before. I don't know. Was way too sexual in the vids. Maybe there was a lot of ASMR. Maybe there was a lot of back and forth stuff with, you know, when you do too much ASMR, when you do too much baiting your community, there are gonna be haters who are going to be reporting you, and those haters reporting you can get your channel removed. It's unfortunately this can happen. Had the same happen to me years ago over 2 private videos that never had any views. Never got the account back. Your account is bigger, and you have X to complain on YouTube support, so you still have a chance. Ain't no way it's actually wild. Is there any way to appeal Taiga? Hope your review goes in your favor. This happened to me. It also felt the same way. Make sure to call someone, talk to you if you're feeling seriously unwell. Of course, I hope the best for them. This is never fun. All the hard work that they put in, all the years of hard work, all the time of hard work, even if it was less than a year, if it was 3 months, the fact is they put a lot of hard work to get to this point. And doing that all of a sudden is kind of just like, what the heck? And yeah, they have a lot of interesting things popping up here. They have oh, it's this person, Taiga. Oh, I know who this person is now. I do know who this person is. Yes, they are very much a baiting VTuber in the sense of they have a lot of, I believe they are a femboy, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me if I'm wrong, but they have had quite a few things that were a little savory, a little too spicy, even I think for Twitch in some cases. So yeah, they were a little spicy, but still it sucks that they didn't even get community guideline strikes to kind of correct things and get this thing fixed. That is all for right now. Of course, comment, like, and subscribe down below. Thank you for being here. Of course, I love having the conversations with you guys. I love having these things with you guys, and I do appreciate it whenever you guys do comment. Take a look at my description for my socials. There's a Discord, there's Twitter, there's other places that you can check me out, Twitch, etc. And also check on your screen right now, because there might be a video that you might enjoy. Thank you.